Well, amongst all the other new stuff, I traded my Gilligan for a Walker Texas Ranger. Check it out. Hey friends, welcome back to the Renewed Homestead. I'm Ben, and panting in the background would be Belle. We just wanted to give you some updates on what's going on around here. We've had some cold, windy weather around here. So let's talk about what I'm standing next to here. Our meat birds need to get out. They are getting big, and we would have had this done earlier, but the weather has been really cold. In fact, today is the first day they've been able to be out in almost a week now. Now, they have been out a little bit, but they need to be out of the barn. So what are you looking at here? Some of you might remember when we had our get-together back in October, while we were out there milling around and talking, somebody pulled up and dumped some stuff into the dumpster. Well, I'm not too proud not to jump in and when I see something that might be usable, I believe this was an old carport, and I'm like, hey, you know what? Why not? So we loaded that up, and sure enough, it's come in real handy. So looks a little wonky right now, but this is going to be our sort of a temporary chicken tractor. You know, we like the Siskovich tractor, but we're using stuff that we have available, and this was free. So you're somebody with a keen eye, I know, and I'm going to bring it up the first thing. The way these corners come up, it actually faces up. You're saying, hey, you're going to get water in there, it's going to rust out. No, I'm ahead of you. I'm going to drill some holes in this so any water that gets in can drain. But this side, we're going to put metal roofing. I've got the pieces cut over here. It's 6 feet long, and then that way the birds can get out of the wind, out of the weather, and that'll be the side that will keep their water and their food in. And then on the other side, we're going to cover with chicken wire. We will be able to move this thing around through our food forest, wherever we need them to chew some grass down, get the bugs, whatever, but that gets them outside in the sun, which they need in a big way. Come on, Laverne. Come on, Laverne. There we go. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, so once we've got them in here, obviously we'll be able to move them around in the food forest, but primarily they'll be in the pasture following behind the cows and the sheep, because they will help eat those bugs down, and they'll help scratch that poop and fertilizer right on into that soil for us. So let me see, what else do we have new? It is nesting season around here. We've got ducks on nest. We've got guineas on nest. We've got turkeys on nest. Everything but a chicken. Chickens aren't sitting on their nests, so I don't know what's up with them. I think they're protesting too many roosters to too many hens. But Skullcap, you should be happy to know, found a new home today. He is a really good rooster. We hated to process him, but he was just one of 3 too many roosters in our mix here. But he found a good home today, so he went bye-bye. And let's see, what else do we have going on? Let's move over here and take a look at something else. All right, wanted to bring you over here. This is our shop garden, and we already have potatoes up. The weather going cold, hot, cold, hot. Our broccoli has bolted, so you know, a few things. We might get a few little heads of broccoli, but anyway. But look behind us here. This is the area where we've actually taken out a few trees, and look how green that's getting. I am quite shocked how quickly that greened up. We had the cows up there very briefly, but and you can see for yourself, that's a lot of green. That's the beginning of that silvopasture we've been talking about so much. All right, well, as I mentioned before, the meat birds are out in the sun. We brought them out today, and I thought, well, you know what? You ought to see the difference. And this is one that we got at the same time as the meat birds. This is a Bielefelder. Now, the Bieles are a little bit bigger, but the size difference in these chickens is pretty amazing. I mean, you can't really tell it. She's not supposed to be up there. She's supposed to be down there with her friends. There you go. Wow, who knew they'd listen? You guys are trainable. I don't believe it, but anyway. But, you know, it's obviously much healthier to have them out in the pasture. Where are you going, sweetie? There. You know, getting sunlight, eating bugs. If they're in the barn, you know, we're putting new straw in there all the time and trying to keep them clean, but that many birds growing that fast, they poop a lot, so they're going to breathe in a lot of that fecal matter and stuff, so we need to get them out as quick as we can. But anyway, I just thought I'd show you the size difference, and we'll go on around. We're going to go take a look at the rabbits. Okay, well, y'all have not met these two. We call them the girls. They are two more silver fox rabbits, and we actually hadn't planned on getting these girls. We planned on getting, I'll take you down here. Oh, he's actually out. I'm going to introduce you to this little guy on the end. That's Buck Rogers. And away he goes. Why more rabbits when we were breeding the rabbits? Well, we want to make sure that we have a little mix in the gene pool. So we were looking for another buck. And when we got there, the lady that had him said, well, I've also got these two females, and I've decided I don't want to do silver fox. She wanted to do the, not chinchilla, yeah, chinchilla, just because they have such super soft fur, and she's looking for not only a meat rabbit, but also for pelts. So she is moving that direction, and she made us quite a deal on the 3 of these rabbits. So got Buck Rogers and the girls, and now we're just keeping track of who is breeding with who, so that way the next generation we can have, you know, the kits from one and the other group, and we don't have any inline breeding. It's not a big deal with rabbits, but we would rather not do that if we can avoid it. So there you go, more rabbits. All right, the question that's on everybody's mind: how's Dolly? How are you, Dolly? She doesn't want to talk about it. Well, that was lovely. There we go. You're a good girl. I'm sure you can't hear that, but our neighbor's got some cows. She has been talking back and forth between those two all day long. I say, you know, in the 20th century we had Ma Bell. 21st century we've got cowbell. Da-da-da. Anyway, now before we go on, make sure you go down, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and go check out renewedhomestead.com. Go to our shop. You know what we got there. Ori knives, they're the best. And deodorant and all such. Anyway, and comfrey root. I know if I don't mention it all. and anyway, so if Denise will show over there, we got a new water trough. It does not have a lip on that edge. And so far we are at, well, estimating 24 hours now, and Coco has not knocked it over. So we are quite grateful for that. Anyway, so it is getting time to milk her. We need to get the milking stanchion up here. We just brought them up from the lower pasture up into here, and they did very well. We just do one line of, thank you, one line of string, and they just march right on up, and in they go. And we've got some other news about 2 of the 3 black cows there, mama and baby. We are selling them. We have a buyer for them. They will be going the beginning of next month. It is a couple that we met at the Farm Where You Live festival. They have Dexters, and they want to increase their herd. And these guys are just eating us out of house and home as far as greens go. Aren't you, sweetie? Aren't you? Yeah, we just, without our silvopasture done, we just don't have enough grazing area. So 2 of them are going to go, and we will keep Dolly, obviously. She always has an opinion on things. And Coco, and then the other mama we're going to keep. So scale back just a little bit, which is back to where we were originally wanting to be anyway. We wanted basically two dairy cows, and All right, there's just one right now. I know. Just you. You're the only dairy cow we've got, right? Boy, she's so demanding. Aren't you? Aren't you? Anyway, so we'll have the two milking cows and Coco, and then we'll decide. But as we've talked about before, Coco a Dexter, you a Jersey, we'll have our Belfair calves. That's exciting. And Coco's kind of been interested in you lately, huh? Yeah, he's kind of been chasing you around. Mm-hmm. So did you know that cows have pretty much the same gestation period as humans? So, we're looking at 9-ish months. 10 months. Well, 9, 10 months. Tomatoes, tomatoes.
Hi, handsome.
All right. So we're up here with the sheeps and the goats. There we got Sissy and the Vern. These are our pretty goats. So where'd she go? Tilly. Tilly's over there. We're on baby watch. We thought she would have had her babies at least 2 or 3 weeks ago because she's big. Well, with the ear tag, that's Tilly right there. And then those two right next to her, right behind her there, the white and the marbled one, those are 2 males. And not to turn this into an infomercial, but they are for sale. We can't keep that many males in here, right, Spartacus? Right? You're the only male on the property, huh? Anyway, so they do need to go one way or another. So if you're interested and you're anywhere near Western North Carolina, got a couple of grass-fed, pasture-raised, no chemical males for sale. Not you. No, we like our Spot. This is he's just a big puppy dog, aren't you? Aren't you? Ear rubbing. Yeah, good boy. So anyway, but look at that grass. Is that not beautiful? Spring flush has come in and lots of grass and happy sheep. I got to bring the mineral up for them. Make sure they've got that, especially with Tilly being pregnant. And we also need to pull that milking stanchion up here so we can get Dolly milked. What else, Spot? What else do we got to get done tonight? Oh, yeah, we might want to have our dinner at some point, huh? Yeah, I know. You can eat anywhere you want. Good boy. All right, well, that's just a few of the things that we were working on today. I want to kind of bring you up to date. Gnats are back. But anyway, from Spartacus and myself, on behalf of the Renewed Homestead, we hope you are well. Please pray for us. We're praying for you. Hope everything is going well in your life. Take care. God bless everybody. We'll see you on the next video. Bye. Kiss from Laverne.